So I have been with my girlfriend for 2 years. Saturday night she went out to a bar with her friends. Her friends started texting me asking if she had got me to pick her up as they couldn't find her, and she wasn't answering her phone. She has done this before when she can't be bothered to stay out, and her friends try and force her to. After about half an hour they told me they found her. I asked where she had gone and they didn't respond. It was around 10 p.m. they found her again. The same thing happened at 11:30. Her friends saying they haven't seen her for 20 minutes and asking if she had again contacted me. I again said no. At 12:30, I asked if they had found her. Again, no response. I get worried, so I drive to the bar and I walk in. I see my girlfriend's friends, but not her. They all look shocked to see me. And one of them was like, "I'll go get her. Just wait here," and runs off. She comes back a minute later with my girlfriend. She's drunk, but not really that drunk to where she should be disappearing. I stay with them and start drinking with them. At around 1:30, she again goes missing. None of us can find her. I go outside to the smoking area, and she is in the very far corner, tucked away, sat on some guy's lap. I go over and ask what the fuck she's doing, and she jumps up off him and says she was just smoking. I ask why she was sat on his lap, and she says, "The seats are really cold on my legs." She's in a dress. The guy laughs, stands up and says to me, "Good luck," and pats my shoulder and walks off. I ask who he was, and she says, "An old friend of hers," which I think is weird as I've known her since we were 10, went school with her and never seen him. She says she's sorry for how it looked and gives me a hug. We go back inside to her friends, and the guy is stood there with 2 other guys, and his friends see us and laugh. My GF gives them daggers. A little later I go to the toilet, and the guy is in there. I go over to him, and before I can speak he just says, "Please keep me out of your relationship drama." I ask what he means and he says, "Bro, whatever you're about to say, I don't give a fuck. Keep me out of it," and just walks off. He's being rude as fuck, but the guy is like a foot taller than me and looks like he could probably rip my head off if he wanted to, so I don't push it. Later on I see a girl who we went to school with, who my GF hates. They used to be friends but had a big falling out just after school, as her friend is known for a compulsive lair. She comes over and gives me a hug and says hi. After we talk for a few minutes, she asks when me and my GF broke up. I say we didn't. She says, "Well, she's been kissing some guy's face off half the night, so you might want to talk to her about that." After I hear that, I go confront my GF. She denies it and says the girl is just shit stirring because they hate each other, which is the sort of thing this girl would do. She is a known shit stirrer, and has been since school, and lost most her friends for telling lies and spreading rumors about them. I say to my GF I want to leave, and she says that's fine, and leaves with me. We get a taxi back. I ask her about the guy and how she knows him, and she says, "He lives around here," which isn't really an answer. Then she goes straight back to apologizing for sitting on his lap and how that looked. I say I don't want to talk about it as honestly I'm starting to feel sick. We get into bed and go to sleep. I wake up first and go to check my phone. It is dead where I forgot to charge it. I grab her phone to check the time and see a notification from Snapchat. It says, "Your new contactee is on Snapchat." And I can see by the Bitmoji it is clearly the guy from the bar. He was mixed race, and so was the Bitmoji. And there aren't a lot of POC where we live. It like 90% white. I wake up my GF and ask her why it says he is a new contact if he is an old friend. She says it is because he has a new phone. Convenient. She then loses it at me for going through her phone. I don't even know her passcode. I was just checking the time. She says she's apologized for sitting on his lap so many times, but I was being ridiculous and insecure, and she was too hungover to deal with me, and basically stormed out my house telling me not to text her until I grow up. That was Sunday. It is now Tuesday, and we have barely spoken, other than her calling me ridiculous and insecure. Her friends have now started getting involved, saying it's stupid of me to think she would cheat on me since I was there. Am I wrong? Jokester316 commented, "You are not wrong. You know what happened. You just don't want to admit it." Her friends will take her side. They know what was going on. That's why they went to get her when previously they didn't know where she was. Outside, sitting on some dude's lap making out. You busted her with your own eyes. You are gaslighting yourself. She hasn't spoken to you for days. Do you know who she has been speaking to? That guy from the bar. You saw evidence that she's communicating with other random men. She doesn't know him. The guy even warned you. Good luck with that one. No, he didn't want to get involved in your relationship drama. That doesn't mean he's not going to fuck her. She disrespected you. She's proven herself untrustworthy. She's young and so are you. It doesn't make it acceptable to cheat though. She is clearly chasing other men. Let her go. Don't get dragged by her and her friends. They will all lie for her. Have some self-respect. Break up with her. I guarantee the bar guy has or will be having sex with her. Don't be a doormat, and let her continue to cheat on you. Side note, after you break up, go Go out with the one girl who actually told you the truth. Southern Rambles responded. Her friends were definitely covering for her. They knew she was doing something sus because why else would they fly into panic mode when you arrived? And I'm sorry, but when you caught her sitting on dude's lap, you should have just walked away and left her there to stew in her sluttiness. And then for her to get mad you were going through her phone is another red flag. My husband can pick up my phone and look through anything at any time, and vice versa. If someone isn't hiding something, they'd have absolutely no reason to get mad about the phone when you truly were just checking the time. Nichols Drew also commented. Gross behavior. Seems like you like her a lot to be even questioning if this is cheating. You're going through all the textbook post-cheating abuse. Look up Flying Monkeys and you'll see her spineless homegirls she's sending at you to validate her lies and gaslighting. I've been here before, brother. You gotta stop the self-deception and be respectful toward yourself and your intuition. You can break that shit off from how it looks alone. The fact she's not even giving you that tells you everything you need to know, fam. One more thing. When you break up with her like you should, you're going to realize that night was some trauma. Think about all of the emotions that came up. And you're out here with all of the evidence you need to. And the only reason your mind isn't made up is BC. Her cheating on you is your worst nightmare. She did cheat, and you gotta turn inward whenever those shitty emotions come up. What I mean is, you gotta start reflecting on yourself, and what about your past led you to this girl, and made you overextend yourself and ignore shit for so long, that a relationship that absolutely shouldn't proceed gets extended only until it culminates with something awful like this. I bet if you did the work, you would realize that you give this girl way too much already. And that's wired into your brain from something when you were younger. Don't let your adversity define you and leave this girl. It'll be the nicest thing you've done for yourself in a long-ass time, I bet.